This setback cost me a week of progress, but taught me everything. Have you ever been on an absolute roll, crushing your goals and feeling unstoppable, only for life to throw a massive curveball that derail everything? That is exactly what happened to me this week. I was just hitting the stride of my transformation journey when I had this huge setback. It took my fast, it took my exercise, it took all the progress of the past week. At that moment, I felt like a total failure. But what I'm about to share is how this week of failure became almost the most important week of my whole journey so far. It taught me a critical lesson for long-term success, a lesson that changed everything for me. And I honestly believe it can change everything for you too. To really get it, you must understand where I am now. Today is day 62. Last Wednesday on day 56, I was down 29.3 kilos. I was focused. All the momentum was on my side. I swam 6 kilometers. I hit 100 golf balls in the previous week. The scale was moving in the right direction. I was focused and I was on my way to go below 180 kilos. Last Thursday was my appointment to go and hit some golf balls on the driving range. Unfortunately, due to the weather, it was a washout. I pivoted. So Friday morning, I decided to try something new, something what I'm excited about. I got onto the static bike, and let me tell you, it was hard. I had to take 2 breaks during that 20 minutes, but my spirit was on fire. This was a new kind of high. For a moment I thought, this is it. Nothing can stop me now. I am invincible. But reality turns out doesn't care about your plans. About 3 hours after the ride, I started to feel ill. It started with a scratch in the throat. Then I started to cough. And I started to have a fever. The energy, the power, and the invincibility of just a few hours ago, gone. Suddenly training wasn't just off the table, it was effort just to stay upright. And then came the real gut punch. To fight this thing, I had to take medication. And to take the medication, I had to break my fast. Fasting is my superpower. That is the thing that shows me I have discipline, and that is who I am. Suddenly that has been taken away. I am not in control. It is my discipline, it's my structure. And just like that, it was gone. Lying there in bed, the sense of dread just washed over me. 2 days went by in a blur of fever and fatigue. 2 days of breaking my fast. And I know for the rest of this week there will also not be any exercise. The feeling of all that momentum came to a screeching, painful halt. The voice in my head was brutal. You failed. As if I had control. You're doing so well, and now you blew it. All that hard work wasted. That little voice of doubt I had to fight so hard to silence 2 months were back screaming in my ear. It felt like I just didn't lose a week's of progress, but I dug myself even into a deeper hole. I weigh myself every Wednesday, and I promise that I will make my weight public every Thursday, no matter what the scale says. So the price of this unplanned illness will be made public. And right now, that accountability is terrifying. But in that moment of defeat, stewing in my own frustration, something unexpected happened. My mind started to wander away from this negative spiral. I thought about my 62 days on this transformation journey, the 29.3 kilos I lost before I fell ill. I thought about how I felt after the 6 kilometer swim, how I felt after the bike ride, one that quietly pushed away all the accusations of failure. What if this wasn't a setback at all? What if this was just a lesson? This whole journey is not about creating an unbroken chain of wins. That is impossible. Life is messy. Life is rainstorms and getting sick out of nowhere. The real test of transformation isn't whether you can avoid being knocked down. It's what you do once you're on the mat. How you get up. I realized for 62 days I was training my body. But during my failure week, I was at last teaching my mind the most important thing, resilience. My body needed rest to recover from the virus. There was no way around that. This forced time out wasn't a punishment, it was a mandatory lesson for self-compassion and learning to adapt. I finally understood that this journey is not a sprint. It is a fundamental lifestyle change. The lifestyle has to be able to survive the chaos of actual real life. This last week isn't a loss at all. No matter what happened on Wednesday, it was a week where I learned that the setback doesn't erase your progress. It was the week where I learned that commitment is not made out of glass. It was the week that taught me everything what I need to win in real life. It was the week that taught me everything of what is needed to win in the long run. So now that I have shared my story, let us look at the lessons I learned from this and how that will affect my approach going forward when there's bumps in the road, which I know will come. These are the things that turn my biggest problem into my greatest strength. First and the most important question you can ask yourself is why? Why am I doing this? When you're in the middle of a crisis or feeling weak, it is so easy to forget why you started this in the first place. You have to reconnect with that why. Understand how important that was in the decision making. Why did I start this? It wasn't about just a number on a scale. It was for that feeling of energy I had on the bike. It was for the excitement of playing golf again. It was about embracing the identity of someone who cares about himself. It was to become healthy and strong again, to handle what life threw at me. And that includes getting sick. Your why is the anchor in the storm. When you feel lost, don't ask what you lost. Rather ask why you're doing it in the first place. The second lesson was to reframe the setback as a test. Instead of seeing the illness and everything around it as a failure, reframe it as a pop quiz from the universe. It was testing my ability to adapt. Could I listen to my body when it screamed for rest? Could I put recovery ahead of a rigid plan? Could I let go of the guilt and just focus on healing? You know that feeling? I messed up, so I will just restart on Monday? It's a trap. After I took my last medicine, my fast kicked in. If you can see moments like this as a test instead of a failure, you can make much better rational decisions around it. If you approach everything like that, it builds a stronger mindset. You see moments as training instead of failures. The illness wasn't a roadblock. It was a detour to show me a more sustainable path. I said that this is a transformation journey and I will eat when I need to for medical reasons. But this week, when it came, it was a real test for me to break my fast and do the right thing for my body. And that leads us right into the third point. Celebrate every win, no matter how small. During the rough week, it was easy to let the illness overshadow everything. But I had to remember that before I got sick, I still lost 1.1 kilos for that week. I still did an awesome bike ride of 8.2 kilometers and I felt great about it. And hey, I survived a nasty bug. My voice is still pony, a little hoarse, but other than that, I am on my way back. These aren't small things. When you are facing adversity, you have to consciously look for the wins. Speaking of every little victory builds momentum and reminds you that even in a bad week, there's still progress and there is still good. No win is too small to count. These final two lessons are what take you from surviving a setback to actually be stronger because of it. This is how you build a mindset that is actually unshakable. The fourth lesson is to chase consistency, not perfection. Life is always going to be chaotic. There will always be bad weather, unexpected guests, and unplanned illness. You cannot plan 100% for life. And if your plan needs you to be perfect, it is a plan that is designed to fail. The real goal isn't a perfect record, it is to show up day after day in whatever way you can. One of the days I was sick, that meant showing up resting. It meant drinking fluids to let my body recover and getting back in the fight as soon as possible. At that stage, it was the most productive thing I could do in that circumstances. Reality doesn't value our perfect plans, it rewards our persistence. It is about the long-term average, not the short-term blips. A few days of rest doesn't cancel out 8 weeks of persistent hard work. Finally, the fifth and most powerful lesson. Cultivate real mental toughness. For a long time, I felt mental toughness meant this invincible machine that never quit and never showed doubt. I was wrong. It's having a never quit mindset, but understand that never quitting is not about pushing harder. For me, 62 days and 29.3 kilograms, one tough week is just a tiny blip on that massive radar. This perspective stopped the temporary dip to become a total downward spiral. So this week that felt like a utter loss. It cost me a few workouts and a few days of my fasting schedule. But what it gave me in return was invaluable. It gave me the perspective that success is not a straight line. It is a messy, beautiful dance of moving forward, getting knocked back, getting up with more wisdom than you had before. It taught me that resilience is the true secret ingredient to to a long-lasting transformation. If you are going through a setback right now, hear me, hang in there. This is part of the process. This is where you build the strength that will carry you to your goal and beyond. Tomorrow is a new day with a new opportunity to take a step forward. Life is tough, but your persistence will always win at the end. I really want to build a community here, so I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me about a setback you have faced or are facing right now. Let us show each other that we're not in this alone. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join me on this real, honest talk about this incredible journey. See you in the next one. Remember, it's your life. Live it.